I'm a doctor.
I'm a lawyer.
I'm a journalist.
I'm Cookie Monster.
I'm a big wet bag of stones.
I'm really tripping out, you guys.
The outdated laws of prohibition are more dangerous than the drug itself.
Alcohol, cigarettes, and shovels are responsible for thousands of deaths a year, and yet remain legal.
Mushrooms are only made of mush in rooms.
Does this freak you out as much as it freaks me out?
My wife divorced me.
I lost my scholarship.
I was fired. Now I'm water.
Without health insurance,
What?
I'm worried that no one will see me.
I shouldn't have to fight to experience rubbing ladybugs on my bare chest.
The laws of gravity
I
say
agree.
you cannot
I
fly,
agree.
but I disagree.
If you don't believe me, listen to my head mouth.
What?
President Obama?
It's time for a change.
If not now,
I lost my phone,
what time are we in?
but I think that it knows where I am.
We're white.
Turtles. Buttermilk.
I feel like I'm fading into the wall behind me. It's time for legalization.
Yes.
We.
What? What? Why do you look disappointed?
Yeah, there you go. This is your new poster, boy. Let me get it back. Oh shit! It goes
What, the
fast.
last guy?
Why do you look disappointed?
There you go. Legalize shrooms now, everybody.
See, decriminalizing is the answer, guys. Not legalizing. You don't listen to these kooks.
Those kooks from legalized psychedelics over there, like that's their president.
Yeah,
you can
don't
listen to that
them.
guy. You can
Yeah.
listen to that guy, or you can listen to Rob. Who are you gonna
That's
listen
right.
to, chat?
They're gonna
Anyway.
listen to Mush and Rooms. That was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, whose head mouth are you gonna listen to, guys?
He looked down at his dick when he said that. That was pretty bad.
Which is another head mouth if you really think about it. So
It is the head mouth. It is the one calling the shots.
See, even enlightened by mushrooms, and we already know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Lick, lick, lick my balls.
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah, go ahead.
we got an interesting show to get into here tonight, but before we get in, gotta adhere to tradition. What's up, Rob?
You said to get into. Something like that. I don't know. Rob's having a good time. What
I'm drinking neutrals. I'm drinking neutrals.
what is
very
neutral? Is that
neutral
like
of
the carb-free alcohol? Is that what that
Yeah,
is?
do you guys not have these in Georgia yet? I think it started. I think it was like
Yeah, it's
Florida. I don't know. It's
Is
a
it next
natural
to the anal lube?
vodka, seltzer, and real juice. Yeah, it is next to the anal lube and the giant black dildos.
That's right.
I'm gonna go drink these, have a fun show, and then go watch season 3 with Mitch on Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Yeah.
There we go. Tim, what do you got?
I'm going back to Savannah Bourbon. It's I don't know if like the reason I like Savannah Bourbon is because it's made with real honey. All those other honey drinks behind me, if you read the ingredient label, they say honey flavoring. This has real honey in it. Does honey go bad? I'm sure it does because I think this got some stank honey in it because it's got a little different tang to it.
Maybe it's the Mad Honey.
It's the mad honey. Yeah, we're gonna go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
That'd be
Mitch?
cool if we had some.
Yeah.
Well, I got this Coors Golden. So
Oh shit! He's actually
Yeah.
doing.
Wow.
yeah, I'm actually doing it. I'm hosting, so I figured I at least have to adhere to it. If not, then now.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought I'd open with that little skit because it kind of feeds into some of the news that we got going on in Florida, and it looks like, unfortunately, our libertarian governor Ron DeSantis.
Our libertarian governor, whether we like it or not.
Yes, our libertarian governor, whether we like it or not, has decided to, back banning shrooms. Just to give some clarity, I kind of looked a little bit into this, and Rob, feel free to interrupt if I completely fuck up the overview that I got from looking into this. There's a bill that they're trying to get through that would outlaw fluoride in water.
Yeah.
But they have tacked on a thing basically banning psychedelic mushroom spores.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a SB 700, and there's a companion House bill I think the House bill's 561 or 651. Can't tell with my dyslexic ass, but I think it's not just that. It's like an omnibus bill dealing with a whole bunch of shit. Like one of the sections is mandating licenses for people who want to start EV charging stations. So there's like a bunch of shit in it, which is so in the Florida Constitution has like a heightened standard for bills like this.
Yeah.
So whatever is within the bill has to relate to the title of the actual bill, and so it's
Well, the bill says
to me, I would
Department of-
argue it's unconstitutional.
The bill says Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services.
Right. And so
General- yeah.
they've been pushing really hard. Like even FDAX has been pushing really hard, even against like hemp businesses who are legally selling Delta 8 and Delta 9 drinks and products. I actually am working with Mike Minardi. You guys might have heard of him. He's been at Canifest a couple times, speaker. Yeah. I'm working with him on a couple of these cases where the police officers went in, the police department went in, kind of took all their shit without even having the oversight of FDAX, which FDAX has been doing it, but the police departments are doing it now. And so it's kind of like in Florida, we're taking the stance against even legal hemp products and legal THC products, not even against like the shit that's black market.
So you're saying like they took like a provision like banning the fluoride, like that's like the good positive one maybe, or I guess they're not banning it, but they're saying you can't. They're not going to add it through the municipal water supply. Like that's the way I understood it. Like you can still add it yourself if you want to. They're just not. I think he even said forced medicating people. So they took that bill and then they snuck in all this other shit. Like not only are we banning fluoride, but we're also banning mushrooms and we're also banning all this other shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a certain congressman responsible, or it might be congresswoman responsible for this. She was on some sort of criminal justice committee along with other committees and has ties to FDAX. And I think the guy who's in charge of FDAX right now, super hardcore Republican, he's cracking down on all this hemp stuff. They added one paragraph in there that makes the spores from not only psychedelic mushrooms illegal, but it's kind of vague, and so it makes spores from like other mushrooms illegal too, which is it's unfortunate because in Florida we kind of had this gray area where if it's growing in the ground, it's not illegal, but if you pick it for the intent to distribute or ingest, then it's illegal. Same with other things, but I'm not gonna say what they are because then they'll do those too. But yeah, they don't know what they're doing because it's like they could barely name what it is, and then they didn't outlaw anything else. So this was specifically just a one-off attack on mushrooms. We actually sent it from Decrim Nature. Shout out Daniel Freeman. He actually went up there from Decrim Nature, Florida, to Tallahassee to speak for veterans and people who take mushrooms for ceremonial purposes, and spoke on this one paragraph in this like 150-page bill, and spoke out against it. That no one ever mentioned it. He got a smirk from someone up, someone on the committee. So they don't care about your rights to ingest these kind of things. They don't give a fuck. They actually think you're a terrible person if you do drugs, and they consider these drugs.
Yeah.
So, do you think their opinions will change if the Seminoles come in and say, hey, we want it to be legal for people to come on to our little casino properties and do this?
No, no, because it's already legal for the Seminoles to do it, right? The Seminoles have a carve out for ceremonial purposes. Maybe not even maybe not even mushroom. That's a Supreme Court decision. This bill you can wipe your ass with this bill, DeSantis, if you want. Because if I take you to court and there's a tribe that has legitimate ties to taking mushrooms for ceremonial purposes, for religious purposes, then you're fucked. And the Seminoles might not have that, but the Seminoles do partake in like ayahuasca and other things too. I'm not sure if they're mushroom related. as far as ceremony goes.
Cows are illegal in certain jurisdictions, actually. Zoning
Really?
laws. Yeah, zoning laws. You can't
Oh, well,
just
yeah,
have
yeah.
a cow.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot of cows here in Florida, though. So,
No,
like,
yeah. hmm
getting shrooms out of cow shit shouldn't be too hard in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's just hard to convince Republicans about these things, and they don't want to hear it. You know, they believe in your individual freedoms up to like right here. This
Yeah, I
is where they're like, no.
I think you're like going. I know it's not you, and I know it's just like everybody wants to push for everything and hope they get a little. But I feel like the mushroom debate is like 2 or 3 steps after the marijuana. Like there's so many other things in between, and it's kind of like you're going for the big ask. Like no, like yeah, in theory and in principle, I am for legalizing methamphetamine, but you know, there's
Yeah.
a lot of other things I'd like to see happen first, and kind of.
I think it might be a little easier of a sell, especially if you're not looping them all in together, right?
Yeah.
Like we're not trying to loop them all in together, but when you have as many studies as you do that
Right.
say mushrooms are beneficial to especially veterans, which is why I would think like more Republicans would be okay with it, because even the VA just came out and said, yeah, we want to look into being like letting veterans being let them use mushrooms and psychedelics for therapeutic purposes because it's way more effective than your SSRIs and shit. So I think there's a medical argument there too, and there's a lot of money in medicalizing psychedelics, and they're trying to figure out how to take the benefits out of the medicine without the they're trying to give you the medicine without the experience of being without the psychedelic experience.
Right.
and
It's
that's
hard.
kind of what I was getting at more so with the Seminole thing than anything else was back when we first started getting involved in Florida politics with the Mises Caucus of Florida, we quickly realized the influence that the Seminoles had here in Florida. And I don't know about you guys, but kind of the read that I got as far as, decriminalizing psychedelics in the state of Florida goes, the Seminoles, what they would want, or at least this is just what I think they would want, is a situation where they are legalized to a point where if anyone like the tourists who isn't a Seminole themselves
Right.
can come into a Hard Rock property or like some other Seminole land property retreat and do these things under the supervision of the Seminoles. And they would want it to just be them, kind of like the casinos, because then if anyone else can do it, then they have competition, and they don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely barking up the right tree, because and another thing too, a lot of these indigenous peoples do kind of want to be, for lack of a better term, gatekeepy, because
They're
they want to guide
gatekeepers.
you. Yeah, they are. They want to guide you, and they don't want the white man like commoditizing this sacred medicine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you're on to something. We're in need of
Oh
political
no, I know.
guidance.
It's literally what's happening. I'm not.
We're in
not on
need of
them.
political guidance, and the Seminoles won their wars against the white man. Maybe they can teach us something.
I don't think they won, but they got casinos.
No, I
Well, they-
mean,
Listen, they got more than
did,
we
though.
got.
They
Okay.
did. Because what happened was they're the reason they can stay on their land in Florida while all the other tribes had to be shipped out west in the Trail of Tears. Because basically they fought a bunch of wars against the white man and just kept on getting their asses kicked to the point where it was like, okay, fine, let's cut a deal. Okay. Like some of your people, yeah, we got to send them out, but the rest of you can stay here in Florida and have your little reservation here instead.
Yeah. The deal was get off our land. We're gonna give you a casino and a football team, and y'all are gonna be all right at college football for a little bit.
Now, y'all can keep your damn swamp, okay? Fine. Y'all motherfuckers, go out west. Y'all going out west. That was their deal. Now, Seminoles won their war. So, like, say what you will, it's kind of like the Eskimos up in Alaska when we talked about with Leighton. They won their war. Don't fucking give them their pity. They won their war and they won politics. But anyway, do we have anything else to say about mushrooms? Because this kind of feeds into the next story.
Well, Ronan says, Rob, shrooms are freaking witchcraft and you should be burned. You stole this ginger.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
this is
he
the
said,
reason
yeah,
why.
mhm.
This is the reason why black people are taking us in, because people are talking shit about gingers like this. You guys have been talking shit for years. Y'all fucked up. I'm black now. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Drop it.
Yes,
Huh?
we all know.
Go ahead and
What
drop
is
it.
that?
I don't know what that is. This is some Illuminati shit. What the fuck?
Yeah,
is
you're
this?
talking about witchcraft. So
Well,
I thought I'd
where'd it
bring out
go?
the Illuminati medallion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there we go.
You got that out of a Cracker Jack box.
I got it from Alex Gray.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. But
I'll
yeah,
play with you later, Trey.
it really does suck to see them go in this direction, but I'm not all that surprised.
Mm-hmm.
With that, DeSantis is coming up on the end of his term, and there's a lot of talks about what could be in the future. Obviously, there's been talks about Casey DeSantis and also Byron Donalds. But it would appear John Morgan is creating his own political party. And if you guys don't remember, John Morgan, before we press play, he got fucked over by the Democrats when Kamala Harris ran.
You
all
said this
money.
You said this
Yeah.
before the show, but I didn't know what you were referencing. I didn't want you to explain it to me then. So do it now. What the fuck do you mean John Morgan got screwed by the Democrats? What are you talking about?
So I don't know the specifics, but after the election, he made all these public comments saying someone's gonna burn, like they took all this money and all this other things, and it went away rather quickly. But I remember seeing that happen, and now we're seeing this. Him floating out. We'll just play it. We'll see. It's just, I don't know. I can't help but these two things are connected.
Also, I think people should know who he is, but John Morgan,
For the people.
For the people owner,
For the
Morgan and
people.
Morgan, Morgan and Morgan. He donated millions of dollars to the statewide campaign to try to legalize.
This last one.
Yeah, and the one before that when it was on the ballot for medical twice. And he's big into. He wears an Arby's meat suit sometimes. That's how you introduce John Morgan of Morgan and Morgan.
For the
he
people.
also allegedly has several DUIs.
Oh yeah, he definitely doesn't drive himself.
Yeah, that's all right.
Attorney John Morgan wants to create a new political party and is thinking about a run for governor still. Channel 9's Valerie Boyd joins
Run as a libertarian, John!
Valerie Morgan
He's not gonna.
making changes in the world of politics.
Oh yes, John Morgan.
Today, he said he actually put the money down to create this new political party and even asked the crowd today for ideas on what to name it.
Hey, libertarian
I'm
party.
going to do the party thing. I've spent the money on the legal.
Attorney John Morgan talks about
What? You guys would keep going. Do you want me to go? You got something to say?
No,
he's going to shoot up and immediately take third place spot from us.
They dubbed it over. Here's what John Morgan had to say.
Attorney John Morgan.
But that's how they always do it, though. He's going to say something.
Let's say something.
Yeah.
Morgan talks about creating a new political party that would include Democrats and Republicans, or as Morgan says, D and Rs.
I think it needs to be some Ds and Rs.
D and Rs.
Four. And then I'm going to say who wants to join.
He's also talking about a possible run for governor with this new party.
I've been out there in Florida since '88. And I've had the 3 amendments. So I think I have that advantage.
We asked UCF political science professor Aubrey Jewett about how a new political party would affect the Democratic Party.
If we have one or more independent candidates running, chances are that's going to split the anti-Republican vote, with the Democratic candidate and make it harder for them to win and make it easier for the Republican to win.
The Republican Party of Florida Chair Evan Power released a statement saying in part, "Let's be real, John. You can't slap a new label on the same failed ideas and expect a revival. If it quacks like a duck, it's still a duck, and you're still a Democrat." But Morgan is optimistic.
I think if we do it, and it happened, that people's life would change in Florida.
And if Morgan does run for governor, he talked about maybe asking Republican Wilton Simpson to be his running mate.
All right, so
Who the hell's Wilton Simpson?
doesn't matter. He's gonna lose.
Or as Morgan says,
Uh,
D and
The DNR
DNR.
part.
Yeah.
The DNR
I thought
part.
the same thing. Mario,
I was trying to.
thought the same thing.
I don't mean to cut everybody off. I'm trying to get a picture of Morgan to put up here. There we go. That'll work.
Perfect.
It wasn't just me, or is he like? I don't know. It's like he's simplifying the fucking issue because for years Republicans and Democrats have teamed up together to keep ranked choice voting off the ballot, to keep libertarians off the ballot, and it's like, we don't have money, so I'm glad someone's with money is trying to start a third party. But hey, man, if you're doing it with the same people, you're not going to have any different ideas other than government compromise, which is what happens once you get into office.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. He's probably gonna end up running for the Republican or Democrat ticket if he does run. Running his own separate party is not gonna get him in, I don't think. And he's not. I don't think he's gonna go libertarian either. Like.
No.
And the LNC pretty much has already chosen their libertarian candidate for governor of Florida. So
Hey, who is that guy again?
Scott Jewett, not the Jewett that was on here a minute ago. Different Jewett.
No relation? Any relation?
No.
We don't know.
Yeah, I thought Aubrey was a woman until I saw him appear on this video. Yeah, I thought it might have been Scott Jewett's wife, but no. Yeah.
I'm fully for this, though. Like, I'm anti-war, anti-drug war. If he legalizes marijuana, or at least decriminalizes it, then boom, I'm in.
I mean, that's kind of what I wanted to relate this back to what we were just talking about. If Morgan for governor means we get legal weed, I mean,
yeah,
how bad is he with guns? I might be willing to deal with him for 4 years.
Well, he wants a Republican as a running mate. Now, that could mean one of two things. Either he's more Republican leaning, which means he would be in favor of guns, or he's really trying to put this DNR thing together, and he views himself as a Democrat, meaning that he would be less in favor of guns, and he just wants that counterbalance. So I'm not really sure. I've always viewed him as a Democrat because I just assume. But yeah, I don't really know where he stands on any other political issue other than marijuana.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's like that outspoken about a whole bunch of shit, at least throwing his money behind things. I know he throws his money behind weed, and I don't know about anything else.
Yeah, that's kind of scary though.
It is kind of scary. It's like you're dealing with an unknown.
Yeah.
But Florida's such a red state right now. I think he'd have a rough time getting shit through both the House and the Senate.
It's definitely going to be an interesting primary, and Mitch and I think the rest of us have talked about this too. Is like we really do need to watch this because you're going to have Matt Gaetz, you're going to have whatever's left of the Democrat Party, you're going to have John Morgan, we're going to have a libertarian candidate that you guys weren't here for the show. Me and Josh went through it, but he's actually got some money. He can actually do some things. He's more. I told Rob, I was like, if you liked Mike Tremont, or if you're okay with Mike Tremont, then you'll be okay with Scott Jewett. Like they're very similar. Like I'm pretty sure Tremont has already. If he hasn't, he will endorse Scott Jewett because they were campaigning together during the whole president thing. So they're like close friends in that respect. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting race. Byron Donalds got the endorsement of Donald Trump, not Casey DeSantis, who everybody thought was going to take the lead. And Casey's getting beat up on corruption and embezzlement charges, getting those kinds of things, saying that she funneled a bunch of money that was supposed to go towards like some cancer thing or whatever.
And then she spent it on heels for her dad's shoes. That's right.
Yeah, she got like 10 mil from that and put it in her foundation.
Not her dad's. Whose case? Is it DeSantis?
No.
Is it related?
Casey. Yeah, it was Casey DeSantis has a foundation that smuggled about $10 million from some fund that Florida put together. And then now DeSantis himself is being turned on by all of the House Republicans in Florida. They're starting to come after him too and saying that he's a grandstander. He doesn't have any good ideas anymore. Basically, the honeymoon period with DeSantis is over, and they're looking to replace him and push him out. And there will not be a DeSantis dynasty if the Republican Party and Donald Trump have anything to say about it. I think, I'm going to shut up after this, I think that the campaign stuff, Ron DeSanctimonious, I think some of that was maybe, I know it's all kayfabe in politics or whatever, but sometimes you get a good hit in and you take that shit personal. And I think there's a rift between Trump and DeSantis now, and that's why you don't really see them so much together anymore. And that's why he endorsed Byron. Sorry. Yeah.
So if I could use some pro wrestling comparison here, what you're talking about there is a shoot in like a pro wrestling match where someone where the fight becomes real per se, or where the shit talking in a promo becomes real. That's called their shooting now. So you think that that Trump DeSanctimonious was more of a shoot than it was a work?
I think the relationship soured over the campaign, and Donald was probably pissed off that Ron kept running, even though he knew he had no chance of winning.
Well, what is his wife like? What has she done before? Is she just his wife?
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's had I'm sure she's had a history, but yeah, I mean that's the only one that anyone knows.
As an American former news journalist who has been the first lady since 2019.
There you go.
News journalist. So she's a part of the fake news media.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, she's got name recognition though. That's one thing. You see DeSantis on there, and you're like, I don't know. Many older Republicans might go, yeah. But Byron Donalds is pretty recognizable too. So,
do you think the Trump endorsement carries in Florida?
Yeah, huge. I think, yeah.
Yeah, so he endorsed Byron, not Casey.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's huge. And Byron's not one of the worst Republicans, honestly, but
he's just kind of there.
Yeah. I also happen to think that Trump and DeSantis don't agree a lot on the foreign policy aspect of that. I think DeSantis is more of a war hawk than Trump is, and I still think Trump's a little wary of those types, even though he's doing all the shit that he's doing.
Before we jump into the next thing, I want to make sure I pull this up at some point. What is that? Marcellus W. Osceola Jr. for LP president nominee. He's the Seminole tribal chief and is eligible. He has money. Sip fools. I guess so. There you go. I don't know who that is.
If it means I could finally get friends of mine who are Seminole to join the LP, then fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm big on, I think we as libertarians need to start fundraising, like lifetime memberships, and fundraising for sending out like invitations to the party to like bigger name people like Stephen A. Smith, like the head of the Seminole, stuff like that. Like send a fucking welcome packet. Say, hey, we want you. We think you are more aligned with us than you are with them. And we need to grow the party. We're poor. We have no money. John Morgan just hopped in this DNR party, and he's about to get elected. And you're gonna see 50 Arby's pop up in your city. Do you want 50 Arby's popping up in your fucking city? It's gonna smell like beef. I don't think you want that.
Josh, do you want 50 Arby's popping up in your city?
Why do I have Arby's?
No.
Up in...
Yes or no?
Yes or
no?
I mean, I already got 50 Arby's up in my city already. We got a lot of Arby's in Arizona, so probably not. I would actually probably prefer some more Pollo Tropicos out here. That'd be really pretty cool.
Yeah,
I know we don't got any Pollo Tropicos, so I mean, I got Pollo Nuevo, or I got Chicken Nuevo, and I got Pollo Loco, but I don't have Pollo Tropico, and I could really use some Tropico in my life out here in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. What's up, John?
That's a good answer.
Thank you for joining us. We are already getting off to a good show here. I must start off with tradition, though. Are you drinking anything?
First off, I'm fucking insulted that you would assume that I'm not fucking drinking, Mitch.
No, he's drinking tonight, so now he's trying to call you out.
I know.
He's
Come
trying
on.
to,
What do you got? What do you got?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Oh, you haven't been on our shows recently, Mitchell, because you've been MIA. So let me introduce you, my good sir, to the Redneck Riviera. Out here representing. Got that Florida juice in my soul, in my cup, in my system. What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to the Swampcast. I'm late, but I'm here.
That's right.
Welcome, friend. Well, before we move on to the next thing I have on the list for tonight. Any final words on John Morgan running for governor of Florida and starting his own political party to do so?
Stupid. You guys should recruit him for the LPF.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Rob said right before you joined. Yeah.
Yeah, I was literally like, we need to be sending people like this invites to the party.
So, fun fact, when I was still chair, that was actually something I was looking to, make. I actually had all his contact info sent over to me, and I was intending to reach out,
It was
after the
pound
election
law.
cycle.
Pound law,
And then I
that's
left
all.
Florida. Oh, no, I had, his actual, personal contact information.
Those are inside Florida jokes. No one else outside of Florida will get it.
I mean,
Morgan and Morgan for the people.
1-800 Morgan and Morgan. You can get some serious legal services too out there. But you know what you won't get with Morgan and Morgan?
What's that?
Pelts.
Oh, damn it!
God,
I
knew he was gonna say that.
There it is.
You knew it.
Oh, you
Got
can't
no
see it yet.
pelts.
Pelts. There it is.
The
Pelts
smallest
efficiency.
corner.
Oh, God. Terrible.
Double pelts.
Now there's
There we
pelts
go,
up in the
pelts on
corner and
pelts
one
on
in the
pelts.
center.
It gives you this option to do a logo, but it only goes in that corner, which is,
that's-
how do you want it?
Yeah, it's
Pelts.
What did
Get your
Emu
fucking
do?
pelts.
This is definitely different.
Yeah, it gives us options. We have options.
Yeah, we might have
Yeah.
upgraded. We might have upgraded.
might have
a little
upgraded.
bit.
Anyway, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on Mr. Morgan, the guy who you said is running for the Libertarian one, and anything else going on here in Florida. You'll hear it all from us, and we'll be here to laugh about all of it. But while this fight is going on, there's another fight going on between
Two
Matt
black guys?
Walsh.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
well,
bad.
it would be
Oh, sorry.
it would be a lot more entertaining if it was two black guys. Instead, it's a bunch of nerds.
Of course. What's going on here?
So just to give some background real quickly, Matt Walsh, I guess, has been dealing with James Lindsay and his little acolytes of the woke right, which I still maintain that they are the woke right. They are the very people that they want to warn against.
Okay.
And
yeah.
what happened was they've been trying to get Matt Walsh to join in on their little crusade, and in that they dug up some old tweets from him, one of which was basically an AI image of like a bunch of white people standing around. If you scroll down, you'll see it somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, this.
There it is. Yeah. And like, hey, what'd you mean by this, Matt? Like, that's why I'm saying these people are the woke right. They're using the tactics of like woke people.
Josh died. Sorry, he'll be back.
And so did the Echo.
Is that or is that not a swastika though?
It is when you draw it.
It's shit posting. Like
Yeah.
I've seen all the shit posting of like things like that. I get it, man.
No, that is completely racist.
It's
It's a
called being an
swastika
edgy boy.
if
And
you
also, he
draw
was just
it.
responding to someone. Like I was unable to find the original tweet there on the left, but he was responding to someone. He wasn't even the one who posted it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
How long do you need? If the answer is that your ancestors have to be actually originate from the place, then nobody is native to anywhere. So where do you draw the line? And then somebody drew some lines. That's the. Yeah. So there it is. Yeah. But anyway,
so anyway, I've been pestering him. Like, what'd you mean by that, Matt? Trying to get him to respond. So finally, he gave us this little response here. And honestly, Matt Walsh has been on a roll lately with being cool, and it just feels weird. And I feel like we got to enjoy this.
Well, someone has to make the Daily Wire some money.
yeah, it's not going to be.
I
Ben.
mean, I'm looking forward to when the Daily Wire finally closes and we can enjoy him as a free agent.
Let's see.
To any of the smear merchants on any side of the aisle from any faction who have been spreading this story and demanding that I issue a statement, here is my statement to you. I apologize for nothing. I owe you nothing. I will not clarify anything for you or explain anything to you. I know what you're doing. I know the game you're playing. And if on some incredibly obscure chance any of you are sincerely offended or hurt or outraged or concerned I don't care. Your feelings are your problem. I don't give a damn about them or you. I decline to take part in this struggle session, and I have nothing but contempt for anyone trying to drag me into it. The only truly aggrieved party here is me. I am the one being defamed and smeared across the internet by a bunch of gutless worms like yourselves. So you should be apologizing to me. The only person owed an apology is me.
No.
You should be issuing a statement to me to clarify and explain why you've decided to behave like a bunch of blood-sucking leeches instead of human beings.
So this is all in response to what? Like,
Basically,
what are you talking about?
Bunch of
for the swastika thing. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize it was all about that. This is okay.
Specifically,
Why even release a video?
Yeah. Yeah, this is your response. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
My response would be no response. It's just absurd.
Yeah.
Like, don't even give him the time of day.
Yeah.
Right.
no,
yeah. This isn't even worth responding to. Right. he even says as much in this video. I don't know. I respect him for not apologizing, and I guess he's just trying to make an example out of these people. Like, this is stupid, retarded shit, and I'm not going to apologize for it. And you just, go fuck yourself. And he's just trying to, like I said, make an example out of them for that. Here we go. Now we have 2 Josh screens. Let me fix that. There we go. There you go. But yeah, I don't know. It's stupid. I don't care about the situation. I don't think anybody does. But I respect him for not apologizing, but he still gave it too much attention.
Yeah. Giving attention to your haters is kind of retarded, but at the same time, the way he did it was still fashionable.
Well, if you're going to give him attention, you do Maj Touré style and you monetize them. So I guess
God, that's so true.
So I guess in that sense, he is, because he put it on his show and it ate up 10 minutes of his show.
Yeah,
that's true.
Or you double down and just like post a bunch of symbolism with swastikas, like
you find more.
Yeah, like you gotta squint to see it or something. I don't know.
Turn it into like those hidden Mickeys they have at Disney, where it's like they're hidden all over the place, except instead it's swastikas all over Matt Walsh's show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a 12-month calendar or something.
I don't know about the hidden Mickeys, but I do know about the hidden penises in Disney movies. I do know about that.
I mean, I know about the one on the cover of Little Mermaid. Are there other ones?
Oh, yes.
Oh, God. This is good. We're going into this in the after show.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden penises in Disney movies and a lot of sexual things. Yeah.
Tim, you are just coming at it in full force, like a certain Republican Latina.
I'm gonna come.
Latina woman. Yeah, I know. I would come to her. So have we? I don't think we've ever talked about.
Quit trying to segue and just do it.
I don't think we've ever talked about Valentina Gomez on the show.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about her before.
Have we talked about Valentina Gomez?
Yeah, she's super based. The super based.
I don't know.
Republican.
Well, I mean, just to give you an idea, like she popped up in my feed again, and I thought, like, oh, have we not watched the crazy video of her from some months ago? And anyway, this was recently where she just posted this whole Bitcoin thing. If you want to play it, it's just
the picture of the white people are gonna come. Ye's next cover album. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
They don't
but this is just like some basic, like she's basically an influencer. And also Louis J. Gomez hit on her.
First Bitcoin purchase in the world with Steak and Shake. I don't think that's true. But yeah, changing the game of dining, Bitcoin, and politics. Only Steak and Shake puts your health over profits by using beef tallow.
Beef tallow and Bitcoin.
I'll say, have you guys had the beef tallow yet?
Oh yeah,
I've had French fries from Steak and Shake.
Right, after they made the switch.
Yeah,
they were good.
Okay, so that says no. Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't taste any different to me. Maybe
didn't taste different to me either. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
but they were. I mean, they might be better than I. They could make Steak and Shake wants to make their fries better. Make them a little bigger.
Right. Yeah, that's the attraction.
Rob. You do not touch something as iconic as Steak and Shake fries.
They're too small. I think you need to make them
You
just
are
a little
such a
bigger.
communist.
Just a bit bigger.
Hey, look, if
Just
I can
hit
pick up
play.
a whole handful and
Just
just put
hit
them in my mouth,
play.
I just want you to make them a little bigger. I want them a little smaller than the rest of them, but I think they're too small.
I need Josh here right now to tell you you're wrong.
These are fries
Anyway,
for ants,
hit
Mitch. We're
play.
talking about fries for ants right now.
Hit play so this autistic man will stop.
Hey, here's your boyfriend. Get your boyfriend to come here and talk shit.
Can you hear him, Josh? What's
Josh,
go-
no.
Ah!
God.
I don't know what is going on with him, but it's pissing me off.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure it's
He'll-
pissing him off even more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll debate that later. Bring on this hot bitch. This
Yeah.
hot piece of ass.
The who? Oh yeah.
So this is just one of her
What?
recent things.
Okay.
Today, we're making history. Steak and Shake, Bitcoin, and I are coming together for the first ever Bitcoin purchase. We're not just buying a meal, we're fueling a movement. This will incentivize companies and sovereign nations to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve in their balance sheet. Steak and Shake changed the game when they put your health
You can hit
over
pause on this. There really isn't much else to it other than this is one of her recent shill things she has done.
Let her do her thing.
The first ever transaction.
Yeah. So
look. You don't come together with Bitcoin. It's a decentralized thing. Like what is she talking about here? Mitch, what is she talking about? How is she coming together with Bitcoin?
I don't know, but I would come together all over her.
I'm gonna come.
God, you boys. Okay.
But-
964 Satoshis. How much is
Satoshis.
that?
I'd have to go look, but
It's like probably like $15.
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
look, he's got a fake Bitcoin in his hand. You can't see it. It's too small.
oh, you mean something like this?
Yes, exactly like that, but his is gold.
Mitch always has like the trinkets sitting to the side of his desk, so you can like.
He's got a whole
so he can pull them.
Depends. Like there's other shit like the hats that I don't have around here.
Yeah.
But so anyway, this is just like basic like social media shit. Anyway, let's go watch the video that got her famous. That was harder to find because something tells me she doesn't want people to remember it.
Whoa. Hold on. I was not expecting that. I was like, wait a minute. You gotta hang on, Mitch.
That sound is on.
Yep.
Yeah, are we ready?
It's that simple. Public executions for any illegal that rapes or kills an American. They don't deserve deportation. They deserve to be ended.
Yeah, it just starts with her just fucking pulling the trigger.
Josh, I really hope you can hear us.
I'm trying here. This shit is Emu is not playing around with me tonight.
I mean, we can hear you now, and you can clearly hear us, so hopefully that's a start. But yeah, that's the only clip I could find from that video. Originally, I could have swore there was something else that happened right before she shoots the dummy.
Oh, I'm sure, but
It's that simple. Public executions for any illegal that rapes or kills an American. They don't deserve deportation. They deserve to be ended.
listen, fuck around, find out. I'm not totally against this idea. I'm not. I don't care how unlibertarian it is. I'm not totally against it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not totally against it. I'm definitely against it on paper, but the way she says it makes me hard.
So I just want to know when we're sending her back too.
Well, right
I'm
after
sorry.
she rapes and kills somebody, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see her green papers first. You know, I'm not buying this shit, boys. You know, it sounds to me like she's trying to cover up because she's here illegal too, and we need to send her ass back to Mexico where she belongs with that accent.
She's
She
just
go get her
doubling
refried
down.
beans and her tortilla chips somewhere else. My man ain't your baby daddy, bitch.
Yeah, I asked my friend Eduardo what he thinks about the illegals. He was like, "Send them back. We don't know. We don't want them. No. We don't want them."
No responsible.
That is a move. Just double down. So you like, you're like, no,
Look
I
into
need
the
them.
country. No. You go
What was her
back to
name?
Mexico.
Valentina Gomez. Let's see. Where is
Yeah,
she from?
Valentina Gomez.
That was a
She
chick who
ran for
for
Congress.
Yeah,
Or was
she was the one who kept saying faggot a whole bunch of times, thinking that was going to win her votes.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
she
brought
do
her
that
up.
too?
We brought her up on the show multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
I don't ever remember her.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah, Valentina Gomez for Congress, Texas 31st.
Mm-hmm.
Pedophiles, criminals, and corrupt politicians. Okay.
Into the gremlins. I'm
She
easy to
is like-
find.
She is like a QAnon dream candidate.
Yeah, she's like the worst. Like, if you had Cartman run as a Republican,
zoom
this
in
is what
here?
you would get.
Can I zoom in here?
Yeah. Oh, no.
QAnon, you say? It says Israel. I fully support Israel. Bomb
Never
the
mind.
terrorists.
Never mind.
Yep.
Bomb these terrorists once and
enjoying it.
for all.
All right, so here it is. Israel, she fully supports, but abolish all property taxes. This is your trade offer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be honest, like I said with Trump, it does not matter what we do. Israel will bomb the shit out of people in the Middle East with our help. So I'd rather not pay property taxes. I don't own a house right now, so I don't pay property taxes. But, you know, I know it's an issue for some people out there.
So Rob says, go Valentina.
Yeah. I mean, we just got to clean her up a little bit. Yeah, you know, there's always hope. You can change these women.
No.
No.
Can't change them.
I know.
Can't change them.
exactly
Terrible
what I know.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna change her. She's gonna change you.
But I mean, maybe if Trump changed his stance, maybe she would change her stance too. I don't know if she's like a full on Trumper or not. You know, because a lot of people do that. They start changing the tune once the head honcho changes his tune.
Yeah.
She's like hardcore on the Trump train. Anyway, to close this out, smash or pass?
Smash.
Smash.
Pass.
Smash.
Pass.
You're
Oh,
passing?
Pass.
Wow,
Smash.
I'm surprised.
Pass. Y'all gonna get pegged.
Maybe.
She's
Yeah.
into that shit. Y'all think you're about to get some big booty Latina just going nuts in the sack, and you're really about to get your nut sack sacked, is what it really is.
Ow.
She's a Division I swimmer.
Oh, that's hot. Yeah.
She gonna
That's
be
what I'm
swimming in that
saying.
booty hole.
Well, ball is in your court. You know.
Ball is in your court.
Oh, that's perfect.
He puts it out there. I have strap on. Ball is in your court. All right. Yep. All right. What's
Is she
what's
Mexican
next?
or where's she from anyway?
Is she Mexican?
I mean, she's got to
These
be.
tacos Mexican because they taste Mexican to me.
They takes Mexican. Oh man,
That's why they
She's gotta
call them
be.
Mexicans instead of Mexicans. These tacos are delicious. Haha.
Oh man.
Let me tell you a joke you've heard every single day for all of your life, and then laugh at it.
Yes.
What's her name?
Valentina Gomez.
Valentina Gomez. Nationality American. She's American, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Boo.
Let me see. Colombia. Medellin. Oh
yeah,
no.
she a drug trafficker. That's why
Yes.
she don't like the pedos.
Undercover.
Distract from the fucking drug trafficking by focusing on the pedos. I see what she doing here.
Yeah. She's
Exactly.
This video makes a lot more
part of
sense now. That's
She-
it.
I mean,
That bitch
honestly,
is a cartel member. She's a terrorist. We need to send her ass definitely back to Mexico. Goddamn cartel coming out here talking about we want to off all these good-hearted, pure white-souled Americans here. That's impossible.
That's
here.
not what she said. She said
That is exactly what she said there, Tim. You saw that. That was a good white-souled American right there. You know, pure as the driven snow there, getting shot by this
It's that
crazy
simple.
brown lady.
Public executions for any illegal that rapes or kills an American.
that's what she said.
she was born in 1999.
She's not even. Oh yeah, I ain't. Man,
Yeah.
little girl,
This is
go,
right.
go, go. Come here.
The accent didn't
Green light
match
order.
up. That's right.
Yeah.
Not Mexican.
Yeah, because she's goddamn Pablo Escobar's fucking illegitimate daughter, and y'all just letting this shit slide. Like, oh no, she's kind of cute. Oh no, she's not Mexican. Oh yeah, she's a goddamn terrorist drug cartel member. Goddamn, send a fucking predator drone and nuke that ass.
Here's a gay news article. A bigot lost her election and her brother lost his job. I'm not shedding any tears by Terrence T. McDonald. Posted August 7, 2024. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
that is
gay.
in reference to.
Yeah.
But
And he starts his article off with praise gay Jesus. Valentino Gomez has fallen. God, this guy is
Praise
something
white Jesus.
dude. Praise gay Jesus. That's
Praise white Jesus.
That's an insane amount of blasphemy to start your
Guilty.
might-
Hang that nigga now.
we might need Jesus for whatever's in the next segment, because I've only seen a little bit of it, and we're gonna need Jesus. But so anyway, James O'Keefe has just been releasing those videos nonstop, man. Like, he has been just going at it.
Yeah.
Like, going at it the way I would go at Valentina Gomez.
Jesus.
But-
Okay. There's your
Yeah.
segue. Good job.
So yeah, I was trying to land the plane. But so I don't really know where to start with all this. Last time we saw the video of the kitchen just had
Yeah.
that weird portrait. And first we have the library here. This was his study, so to speak.
Or never before seen video and images from inside Jeffrey Epstein's former island home, showing bizarre statues and a cryptic message written on a chalkboard by Jeffrey Epstein himself. The Jeffrey Epstein Island, also known as
It
Little
just
St.
says
James
I
in the
fuck kids.
What the hell is this cryptic message? Hold on.
Epstein's former island home,
We'll get
showing
to it,
bizarre
we'll get to
statues
it.
and a cryptic message.
Flower.
Power, deception.
Yeah,
Political.
that's like a power, deception. What is that? Someone said?
Music.
This one says plants. Yeah.
Plants, yeah.
Here, let me-
Appear.
God, such fucking chicken scribble.
Tired.
Time dry. Time.
If we hit
Time
play,
dry.
they might show it.
Chalkboard by Jeffrey Epstein
Better
himself.
angle.
The Jeffrey Epstein Island, also known as Little St. James in the Virgin Islands. Last time we took you inside the kitchen to show that really creepy image of a baby in a sink. YouTubers have snuck on the island. Luke Radowski, Tyler Olivier getting images of the outside of the structures. But today we're going to take you inside the structures, inside Jeffrey Epstein's library. We're going to take a closer look. Now, this has never been seen before. We are now inside the library. Dozens of books line the walls, including literature like Ernest Hemingway's Selected Letters, vacation
nice
reads
ass
such as
house,
Robert
bro.
Ludlum's The Bourne Ultimatum,
Yeah, I
and
like
titles
his
like The Golden Age
library.
of Theoretical Physics, and Salman Rushdie's Satanic Verses. Now, a closer inspection revealed unusual objects, statuettes of winged figures in plague masks, and one of a semi-nude young woman washing herself while seated on a bidet. Video and photos inside the library also show a horse whip, which is right here under the chalkboard, apparently crafted from leather and bones. And then we go to this chalkboard over here. Now, this chalkboard displayed cryptic words, including the word power, deception, mirror in face, dank brain, among others. Now, the chalkboard's message remains a mystery, and we're hoping that some of you in the audience can help decipher and ascertain what Epstein might be talking about here. This is, again, right after he was arrested. We compared the words on the chalkboard to a note Epstein wrote in his prison cell before his death. Several letters and letter combinations from the note match those on the chalkboard, which leads us to believe they were in fact written by Jeffrey Epstein. And we're not sure what this means, but we're hoping you in the audience can take a look at this and tell us what you think he was trying to say here. Was it a message he was sending to the world?
No,
So
he
we're
was
seeing a lot of images.
Dang,
and
Bro, he was
brain.
probably hanging out there smoking with the boys and was like, they were writing shit down. They were having an elaborate conversation. You're not going to put that shit together.
Yeah, that's like a drunk. That's like a drunk. It's like, what you need is power.
Yeah.
Deception.
Yeah.
Dank
I feel
brain.
like there probably
Dang,
was
brain.
a conversation being had, but not anything we're ever going to decipher.
No, the QAnon guys will get it. Trump's going to save the world. That's what it's going to say.
Oh, Alex
Yeah.
Jones is all
You
over
people
this right now. Yeah.
Cute people are gonna, this is like what they live for.
Was there? You want to go to the next one? Let's go to the next one.
I don't know. Unless do any of you have anything else to say about the library? Like, they're really.
No, that statue of the girl washing her pussy was a little weird.
I feel like
Where
a
can I
lot of
buy
this
that?
stuff, like these shoes, where's the whip thing? These are all
Yeah.
just like cool things
Now, that
guys
whip-
buy.
Yeah, that whip,
Yeah.
though, like it's kind of like it. I don't
That's
know,
a
made of bone and leather. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I'd buy that.
quality Yeah, it's a quality whip, and it's like one of those. I don't know, high end for a horse though. I don't know. I don't know.
Bro,
These are
that's
like-
some decoration piece. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really
the-
wish we could buy
These all
some
are.
Epstein stuff
Yeah.
on auction.
Like when they put the chick washing her pussy on the bidet, I'm definitely buying that.
You know, and that also does look like me when I'm sitting on the toilet, trying to wipe my ass.
Wait,
There
do y'all
has
wa-
to be a
do you
way
wipe
for us
front?
to buy this thing.
Yeah,
wipe
how
it in
do
the
you
front?
reach in between your legs? That's fucking weird.
I have to. There's no other way. My ass is too
I
fat.
can't
My
reach.
arms are too short. Yeah, I can't reach.
Like a fucking power lifter. Like,
Yeah, I got to lift my balls up each time I wipe, so I don't get shit on my balls.
We're definitely going to try and find a way to buy that statue.
We're definitely going to get a
Anyway.
video of Rob trying to wipe his own ass just for, historical reference.
It's floating around. It's floating around out there. I paid a dominatrix years ago to humiliate me, and she keeps on to it. If I don't do what she says, she releases it. So that's how that game goes.
I got
very
gold.
geeky.
Oh, you do. You have the gold one. Ronan's the only one that's got a gold badge right now.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah! Thanks, bro.
Wait, what? What is going on?
Yeah, if you look on the YouTube, it gives you a badge for however long you've been like a member, and he has the highest ranked badge.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
Suck it,
So-
Joey.
Yeah.
Anyway, on
boom.
to our next thing here.
Inside-
We have
All
Epstein.
Are you trying to segue us right now?
He's segueing us
Segue.
from one room into the other room.
Yes.
Oh, man, we're getting segued in.
It would be so awesome if this could be Jeffrey Epstein Cribs, but unfortunately, Jeffrey Epstein's dead, or at least has gotten plastic surgery to change his face.
There's
Jeffrey
another-
Epstein on
Yeah.
the island with the candlestick in the little girl's vagina hole.
This is like another. You got to send this to like Ryan Long or something. Like, take all the James O'Keefe videos and make an MTV Cribs. You could do it.
Epstein's bedroom. O'Keefe Media Group
Hey,
continues
I-
our exclusive tour.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The
Whoa,
Private
whoa,
Island-
whoa.
Yeah,
What?
whoa. Go
What?
back. I need to see that
Inside
picture.
Epstein's bedroom.
We're
O'Keefe
gonna see it. Don't worry.
What
He's
is
holding-
that?
It's like a man holding a kid's
hand?
hand,
Oh, God. That's what I
or a
thought.
woman, or a woman. I don't know. We'll get it closer, I'm sure.
Media Group continues our exclusive tour of the private island formerly owned by
Right,
the
this
alleged sex
too.
trafficker Jeffrey
Yeah.
Epstein, and looking inside each of the buildings on the island. Today, we're going to bring you inside Jeffrey Epstein's bedroom. We've previously shown you the kitchen and the library, but in Epstein's bedroom, we've made our most dramatic discovery yet. Landline telephones that show pre-programmed speed dial buttons labeled with names. You see the phones on the side of the bedroom tables here. We're going to take a look at these phones and the names on them. But first, the room itself, sparsely furnished. On the desk, you see what's known as a phrenology skull. Phrenology is a debunked pseudoscience linking skull shape to personality traits. On one bedside table, you see a notepad that says Little St. James, that's the name of the island, printed at the bottom of each page, and a set of reading glasses of similar type worn by Epstein in deposition footage. The most striking detail, we see a Panasonic console phone on each bedside table. The multiple lines are labeled. The speed
I just
New
wanted to
York
see.
office, Karina, Darren off, Darren cell. Oh, Darren off's probably Darren office. Rich office, Mike cell,
So
Anna
just a bunch of
cell.
associates. Yeah.
Yeah, these are probably all just people who work on the island and are associates.
And then skip 3, and you got kitchen.
That's
Cook
right.
me up some
Yeah,
food.
kitchen. Yeah, kitchen's right there.
Uh-huh.
bear the names of Epstein's staff and associates. These are the individuals Epstein called most frequently from his private island. Nobody has ever seen these before. We assume the FBI and the Department of Justice has these, but have not released it. Here you have NY office. That's Jeff Epstein's New York City office. This is Karina Shuliak, Epstein's last girlfriend. Darren off. That's Darren Indike, an Epstein advisor and lawyer. You have Rich office. That's Richard D. Kahn, Epstein's advisor and lawyer, and Patrick Sell, that's Patrick McMullen, an Epstein associate, and STC office, that's the Special Tax Office of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Here we have another phone that was actually in a different room, but we see some of the same names and some new names. We see a Carlos, a Danny, which looks to be scribbled out with Kim written above it, a Mike, an Anna, and a Judley. Now, what's interesting about Judley is at first we thought it was Ghislaine Maxwell's nickname, but from what we could see online, her nickname, Epstein referred to her as G-Max. Don't know who Judley is, but maybe you in the audience can help us solve that mystery. These are all of the known associates that Epstein would call on speed dial. Again, we assume the United States government.
Juggly is Chris Christie for sure.
It's got to be Chris Christie.
Yeah. Christie.
You know, I think it might just be a random clown that he calls in to juggle for him.
Come in, Juggly.
Yeah.
Getting bored.
It's a dark job. You got to have a clown on standby.
First time anybody has published these on the internet. You might be wondering why we aren't just dumping all of this immediately. Some people in the comments saying you should publish everything right now. Well, that's really not what journalists are supposed to do. We're trying to corroborate this and verify that what you're seeing is legitimate and understand who is on these phones before we report this information to you. People are messaging us every minute here at OMG at our Signal account, 914-491-9395. It's blowing up our Signal again, 914-491-9395, or they're sending a tip through our website or at tips@o'keefemediagroup.com. We're corroborating this material and backing it up to secure drives. Our next Epstein report drops soon. And you can subscribe.
All right, yeah, that's the end of that one.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all we got there. But
You got something
man,
about
who is
Steve-O?
Juggly? Who is Juggly? Let's try to figure that out for a second here.
I think
Juggly the
we
Clown.
did try. We did try.
Yeah.
didn't we?
I thought that's what we just did.
I don't know.
Right, so we're all for Juggly the Clown.
I mean,
Juggly the Clown.
I'm gonna Google it real quick, but I don't.
You know, it makes sense because it is a dark job. You probably got to kill a lot of people. Got to see a lot of fucked up blackmail. You got to have a clown on standby. It's like having a rodeo clown with dude getting gored.
Juggly. Yeah. I don't know. Nothing's popping up.
Yeah, and this is basically just a larger version of what we read off there as far as the phone numbers go. With Juggly, Mike, and Kim. Kim was new.
Yeah. Okay. There's a temple. What's in the temple? Did they go in the temple?
Yeah. The final one, which I kind of saw a little bit of today, and unfortunately this is the longest video, so get ready to... And they uploaded all this to O'Keefe's website himself instead of to X or YouTube or anything, so...
Video inside Epstein's temple. O'Keefe releases first ever footage inside the mysterious striped gold domed building.
Over the last week, we've shown you newly obtained video from inside the buildings on Jeffrey Epstein's private island in the Virgin Islands shortly after his arrest. We took you inside Jeffrey Epstein's kitchen, inside his personal library, even inside the master bedroom. We can see those phones on the bedside.
Real quickly, while he's just summarizing everything, and it starts at like the 30-second mark. If you want us up there, we go.
Yep. Go ahead.
Coked up James O'Keefe is really entertaining to take us through all this.
Oh, you mean all sped up?
Yeah, I'll sped up coked up James O'Keefe.
I just gave him another bump. Let's see how it goes.
Or, here we go. You are looking inside this mysterious building, and the walls are covered with what appears to be a marble textured finish and a wooden bookshelf with one solid column on the left and one spiraling stretching to the ceiling on the right. And if you look up at the top of this mysterious temple, you'll see what appears to be a detailed celestial painting filled with astrological figures. Before we dive deep into that, let's take a step back. Back in 2019, Jeffrey Epstein's arrest for sex trafficking set the internet on fire, and one image became iconic. This mysterious building on his private island, Little St. James, located in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The gold dome represented those on the religious structures around the world, like the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. We found that Epstein's temple most closely resembles this building in Aleppo, Syria, a bathhouse constructed in the year 1384 by a Muslim dynasty. There are obvious similarities, such as the gold dome roof and the stripes, but also notice the identical stripe pattern around the tops of the arches. There is no record of Epstein ever traveling to Syria. His family descended from European Jews who immigrated to America. He was born and raised in Brooklyn. Now, in one room of Epstein's island compound, we saw a framed photo of his elementary school. This is the actual photograph of the image inside the frame. This would turn out to be Coney Island's Public School 188, named after Michael E. Birdie. Building permits filed in 2010 for Epstein's island compound didn't include the temple. They instead proposed that an octagonal music pavilion with a grand piano be built on the site. But around 2012, the temple was constructed instead. Now, until now, no one has ever published video taken from inside this structure. In 2019, the closest thing to it was Business Insider, releasing the account of a local piano tuner, Patrick Barron, who alleged that he visited the temple to service a piano it contained. However, the video we obtained shows an interior that differs from Barron's description. Through this never-before-seen footage, we show you what it was like to visit inside Epstein's temple.
That's where the rituals happen, dude. That's where they kill the kids.
You travel up a gravelly road that hugs the hillside, past what appears to be a helicopter.
You can jump in whenever.
It's really odd how they have always kept the temple out of conversations. Because you think it seems like they have. The last time I remember it was brought up in relation to Epstein in regards to big conversations of anything close to mainstream was that the dome had supposedly blown off in a storm, which I just don't buy.
Yeah, no, the dome survives more than a building. Yeah.
I think they were talking about someone getting a blowjob there, Mitch.
Had their top blown. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of taking it all in. So
you cross the ridgeline and spot a giant sundial. Seen here in drone footage from YouTube account named Rusty Shackelford, this large and mysterious sundial-born image resembling the sun.
Goddamn Rusty.
Okay, that's fucking cool. If I owned my own island, fuck, I got to keep that in my mental. If I ever own an island, giant sundial.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, a lot of this stuff is just like cool shit you would buy if you could.
Yeah, like if you had your own island, that'd be fucking cool.
Well, if you sex traffic kids, you might be able to buy it, Mitch.
You could afford it.
Yeah, if you want to start a blackmail sex trafficking ring, you could be able to do this too. That looks like kind of a swastika, a little bit, maybe. I don't know. It's missing a thing or two.
Figure known as the Masonic Man first appeared in the 1754 pamphlet commenting on Freemasonry. You ascend further, and the infamous building emerges on a small hilltop up the gravel road. This footage was captured after Epstein's arrest in 2019. Now, some will say, well, this is old footage, but everything related to Epstein is 5 years old. He died 5 years ago, and all the tens of thousands of videos are also 5 years old. It's still very important for us to ascertain what actually happened. Now, notice that the signature gold dome is missing on top of this building. It was reportedly blown off during Hurricane Maria.
There you go.
2 years earlier, that was the Category 5 hurricane that barreled through the Virgin Islands, causing mass destruction. On the ground, there were 2 more statues that resemble centaurs, one holding a trident. We believe that those statues are what you actually see here. At the time of this video's capture, they appear to have been moved from the temple to a sheltered area for storage. The statues depict sea creatures from Greek mythology called ichthyocentaurs. They had a human upper body, the 4 legs of a horse, and a fish-like tail. Their names were Aphros, meaning sea foam, and Bythos, meaning the depths of the sea. They were often depicted in art as the beings that lifted Aphrodite, Greek goddess of beauty, from the ocean at the time of her birth.
Sex
now, approaching the
goddess.
temple, you can observe that the 3-dimensional qualities, the architectural features, have simply been painted on to a flat 2-dimensional surface, not unlike the sets for a stage play. Now we are on the inside of the temple. You're looking at a photograph taken inside the temple. There is no piano, no supervillain chair, no sacrificial altar, no child sacrifice. Appears to be no elevator going into the ground, as some have conjectured. Just another renovation project. Looks like it was never completed. Now looking up at the ceiling, here's a high-quality photograph. We can see one more piece of art. A large canvas that depicts the zodiac constellations. It bears a striking resemblance to a year 1570 fresco on the ceiling of an Italian palace. Very similar images there. Now, many people have commented about this mysterious building and what could happen inside of it. Responses to our recent reports have actually been quite mixed. On the one hand, they've stimulated a groundswell of tips and information coming our way, including that mysterious chalkboard that we saw. We've actually received dozens of legitimate interpretations, and we'll be producing a report featuring you, our audience and subscribers, who came up with some incredible hypotheses and theories about what that all means. On the other hand, it seems as if no new mystery or incremental revelation will ever be enough for those now invested in learning how all this crazy story ends. A lot of people saying we need arrests. Now, I don't have the power to arrest anybody, but we do have the power to bring forward information. The conspiracy theories about this temple and the rest of the island will spin on forever. We don't need to spend time here enumerating all of them, but we'll leave you with this. The alternating light and dark stripes on the exterior of Epstein's building resemble an Islamic architectural style known as oblak that can be seen in holy sites all over the world. The alternating light and dark stripes represent the spiritual concept of duality, light versus dark. Some might say good versus evil. Jeffrey Epstein built himself a temple. According to some reports, he played music here on a small black grand piano beneath the stars. Despite his alleged vast wealth, the temple seems like a cheap illusion, a set in a stage play that still needs an ending. Maybe you can help us find that ending. As we announced earlier, we posted all of the newly obtained video and photos of Epstein's island.
Yeah. So he's obviously still working on it. This all looks so fake. Like if
That
you
looks
got all
fake.
that,
That's shit. Yeah.
if you got all that money, dude, get some real metal, get some real bars.
Why do I feel like this was like a passion project?
Yeah, he's working on something. It's not done yet. I agree
Why do
with
I
that
feel like?
interpretation.
Yeah, I agree with that too. He's definitely working on it, but also at the same time, maybe some people got in there and took a bunch of shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the piano's keys were made of baby bones. You know,
Yeah.
maybe all that bookshelf was full of books.
Maybe it wasn't being renovated. Maybe it was ransacked. That's what you're saying.
I mean, maybe it was renovated to look like something that was under construction. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was there for how many years and it's looking like that.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm still skeptical that the thing blow off during a hurricane. I mean, if it had survived so many years there, I would have figured that it would have,
Yeah, I
stood-
don't know.
stood
I don't know.
again.
Part of me also wants to believe that, like, in a weird way, it's like, yes, we caught him doing all this at this island, but maybe he had other places where he was doing shit.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He had a ranch in New Mexico that people don't really talk about as much as they should.
Yeah. So I don't know. This really doesn't tell us much, though, to be honest.
I mean, you got to look inside, and you got to see some cool shit from inside the house. I mean, now you know what's in the building, right? Like, even if
People
it's
are
nothing.
going to pick apart all the little mythological things.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I did notice that the Aphrodite, they were talking about that. Aphrodite's also the god, like the sex goddess or whatever.
Fertility.
Yeah, sex goddess. So, yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It's cool to see inside of it. It's disappointing.
Why is the one pillar twisted and the other one straight? That's what I'm saying. Like the esoteric stuff going on here. Like I can't help but think there's just a bunch of weird esoteric shit.
Or it's just random and people think they're quirky and artsy.
I mean, that's usually what esoteric people are.
Yeah, eccentric.
Quirky motherfuckers.
Esoteric has like an occultic tinge to it. They're
Yeah.
just being weird.
Well,
Yeah.
that's usually what it is. Just people being
No,
weird.
occultic is like ritual. There's like a purpose. There's a reason. Being weird is just I'm being weird to be weird. That's
Well,
what
I'm saying is they probably do have a reason, but that doesn't mean it isn't weird for the sake of being weird.
Given like the masonry symbolism that they've already found here, I'm not gonna chalk anything up to randomness. I think like for instance the pillars right there. That I don't think that's just random. I think he did it for a purpose. What that purpose is, we may never know.
Unfortunately, he never finished renovating the shed.
Yeah.
It turns out this is just the shed.
Yeah, he finished life though because he's dead. So
Game over.
Eat
Supposedly.
it.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Allegedly.
I mean, do we think Epstein is actually could still be alive?
No.
No, I listened to Cash Patel and Dan Bongino, and they said he killed himself. So
I don't believe that part, but I do believe he's dead.
yeah, I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
I mean, on
He's a
the
dead guy.
topic of like, what are these videos that we're seeing here? Do you think these are from someone who was on the worked on the island, or do you think this was someone within the FBI or something like that?
No, it was O'Keefe's people. I don't like. Isn't that what happened? He sent his people there to go video.
No, this was
No,
this was like a year after Epstein got arrested.
He was saying this was after the arrests.
Yeah.
So that's why I assume this either had to have been someone who worked on the island, or this had to have been
Could have
one
been
of
the prosecutors, the feds, because after they went
feds,
through-
yeah.
Yeah, someone's leaking it. Maybe it was Luke. Maybe Luke Radowski got in there. I don't know.
I mean, have we played the video of when Luke and what's his face, Jeff Berwick snuck onto the island? Because they didn't really get into anything, but they did still find some weird stuff.
Ricky Berwick? No.
Yeah, Jeff Berwick, not Ricky, not
Did
Ricky.
they have to run away from like security or something? Like it was.
Yeah, they
Grand
ran
Theft
away
Auto?
from security. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's Grand Theft Auto.
You damn kids! God, it must suck to be the groundskeeper on that island.
Yeah, people always breaking in there.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Might be a cool job. Just chilling on an island. Just got to forget about the evil past.
Haunted by the ghosts of all the raped children.
Yeah,
Uh,
got to forget about that.
Unauthorized video of Jeffrey Epstein's private island gave us the best look yet at the mysterious temple and creepy statues. This doesn't have a date on it. Okay. Oh, here it is. October 31st, 2019. Two men struck onto Jeffrey Epstein's island with a camera, Jeff Berwick
Yes.
and Luke Radowski. Okay, so this is the one that Luke had.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Video gives close up. So what did they find? They have pictures. So they got this chair. See, this falls under the category of cool shit rich guys buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, ivory. That looks like something that would have come from Bob's Pelts.
Yeah,
Wow,
exactly.
it's so good.
No, these are Epstein's pelts. It's a step up.
Yeah, that
Step
was
up.
his video there. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so it is like I don't know how easy that is for you guys to see, but it's like super
Painted
fake door.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Real fake doors. We got your fake doors here.
I'm just gonna skim through this one. I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Real fake doors.
Trying to see. So they got. Where is this? This isn't inside the thing, is it?
Or a girl who is anonymous that is flying drones over the island and just documenting what is there. So being in the area, I'm like, we have to see what's going on here because there was other drone footage showing that there was stuff moved before the U.S. federal government came in. And then, as we know, the U.S. federal government, the federal authorities can't be trusted here. For over a decade, they let Jeffrey Epstein go on and be
Okay, they're
totally
just in
free.
his
He not only
office.
has a
Yeah,
private
see,
wing of his own jail
pause.
cell.
But like exactly what he's saying, if shit was already moved before the federal government even got there, then shit was already moved. All right, and like, that includes inside that piece of shit temple. And then same with what he's saying about the feds. I also agree. I don't trust the feds here
To
either.
my supervisor, Jeff, you would have, there was 4 other people. We had so many different plans. All of them fell through last minute. All of them didn't work out. I remember being so frustrated in the morning because I know how important this was. We were kind of bickering.
I was trying to get that close up that he just did right there.
We had so many different plans. All of them fell through last minute. All of them didn't work out. I remember being so frustrated in
It's like stucco.
the morning because I know how important
It's like stucco they painted on.
Huh.
when this was. We were kind of bickering with each other, like, come on, we got to do this. And then what ended up happening is this random last minute, the captain who said he wasn't going to, he said
Yeah, they were trying to get somebody to get him to take him there. What is this?
who's afraid to release his identity, who's flying the drones over there, captured Epstein's island with particular items in there that were swept between the federal government coming in. And with the federal government and their investigations not trustworthy, this is why we went in there try to take a look at everything. And I looked at everything. I looked at every...
Man, we got a whole bunch of equipment out there.
Yeah.
Got a lot of equipment.
Burying the bodies.
There's one of these ones here where like the wall looks a little bit chalky, like as though it was just spackled over, and people were theorizing that they had put up a wall to cover something up.
Jeff, anything else you want to say about our particular excursion?
I think that's about it.
Can you just release your video on one of your channels of you just running? I could link in below because that's just full running scene. Can we just do that?
It was pretty funny. I'm sure you're gonna have in this video. I would just say, support independent media, risking our
He's
lives.
running through it.
I mean, I'm not really a journalist, so to speak, but Luke is, and he gets no support. There's no pharmaceutical companies going to sponsor his things, and he wouldn't let them anyway. So just support the.
Oh, look at that. Massage beds or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
at least hit the like button, at least hit the share, and actually you might want to download
Yeah,
this
some
and maybe
shit's
put it on other
happening
channels.
there.
I'll be surprised if this stays up.
Yeah. I mean, we take these risks because of you, and I want to thank Jeff, who's on these crazy adventures.
I want to see the cow.
Like, if I'm on that boat, if I'm on Jeffrey Epstein Island by myself, I would not be going as far looking.
I don't know, but I just realized, Jesus Christ, Jeff Berwick looks red.
It's absolutely terrifying. So I want to thank Jeff Berwick, the Dollar Vigilante. Check out his YouTube channel. Check out Anarchapulco, a great way to meet other like-minded freedom.
Come on, show me the cow. There it is. Come back.
Liberty.
Ceramic
If you
cow.
want to find out about that, just go to anarchapulco.com. A great event happening in February. A lot of surprise speakers that we can't even talk about that right now that you told me. And I'm like, whoa, this is definitely going to be worth coming out to. Use the promo code WRC.
All right, anyway, that's it. Yeah, I was just going to see if they... how could you... All right. You're there before everybody else. How do you not just break in?
Yeah, I think there's still security on, because I remember watching this video when it came out, and they're like worried about security spotting them, and then they ultimately get kind of spotted.
Yeah, they had
Epstein's
to run
Timu
away.
Temple. That's right.
Timu Temple. So you think running a blackmail operation is cheap?
Well, they are blacks. They're like 3/5 the price. So
Spending all his money on the children and not the construction. I don't know. I don't know. I think we're not. We are right now. We are pretty much where we were before Trump got elected.
Yeah, nothing really new yet.
Yeah, and this was a big thing.
It was a huge thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Just
that like a lot of people were looking forward to getting answers on.
Well, that's where part of me is wondering, is Cash leaking this?
No.
No.
You don't think it's Cash? You think
I think Cash might be compromised at this point.
Think Cash is compromised? I know Dan Bongino is compromised. Pam Bondi, I never doubted.
Well, Dan was a Secret Service agent for Obama before, and a couple other presidents as well. Like, he's been deep for a while. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, maybe he is leaking it, and then the public persona is like, no, Epstein totally killed himself and everything's fine. Like, that's a good cover. I'm not buying it. I don't know. He was very gung ho. I think he played everybody, and he sang the tune everyone wanted to hear, and now we're getting what we deserve for trusting these fuckers.
The thing is, he did a lot of stuff around it beforehand. Like, it wasn't even just saying, oh yeah, I'll release that. It was like basically building his career around it so that if he didn't get in, he still would have been an academic source to go to on all this stuff. And then to turn the complete opposite, it would be like building your whole credible career around things to question the JFK assassination. And then as soon as you get into a position of power to look into it, you're like, you know what? Actually, Oswald did kill Kennedy and acted alone. Yeah, it turns out it was all him.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, like, you see, that's what I'm saying, is like, it's a very weird 180.
Let's see if it...
He was gone for like 30 minutes.
I know, and he came back for 3 seconds.
Immediately.
And as for Bongino, when he was asked what was his first duty, he said to protect Israel. I kind of, that kind of...
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, when Bongino was brought in, it was kind of weird. It almost makes me wonder, is he Cash's handler, sort of like how...
He was brought in the same reason all these other people, like, look at the Trump appointees. Most of them are people that either had a show on Fox News or were influencers in their own right and had, like, their own big platforms.
Trump likes Fox.
Well, he's bringing in personalities. He's not bringing in operators, is my point. And before Dan Bongino was on this task force or whatever this team is that he's on now, before that, he was a Secret Service agent. He piggybacked that through Sean Hannity and the rest of Fox News to start his own show. And now he's had the Dan Bongino show for the last 5 or 6 years, built himself up an audience, and then Trump picked him. That's how all these fucking people are. They're not operators. They're just people that want to be seen and liked.
So basically what you're saying is we are slowly building our way into politics right now.
We started in politics. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not going to go work for the admin. I would, though. If they offered me a job, I'd go work there.
Really?
Yeah.
The Trump administration?
It doesn't matter which one. I'd go work for fucking David Hogg right now.
Tim, you could be the first libertarian and then constantly own that. I would take
Yeah. Yeah, see? Do it. I'm your libertarian whether you like it or not. Suck my dick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I'm so tired of conspiracy theories. Let's just get on with the New World Order, please. You know, I am waiting. Like, at what point do they just pull the plug? Like, we've been like, oh, we're going towards a New World Order. It's all coming to when. Just fucking do it. All of these people, like, Kissinger's fucking dead. Okay. All of these people that were supposedly running the world are dying. You got to do it now or never, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is they're trying to set up their heirs. Like now you have Alex Soros trying to.
They're all fucking retarded.
You don't think Alex Soros is as cunning as George?
Hell no.
No. It always gets watered down.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they just need to fucking do it though. Pull the plug. I'm tired of all this, slow walk towards tyranny. Just fucking do it.
So that leads to a theory that I've heard before. Has the inbreeding played against the elites? Like they've inbred so much that now it's hurting them?
Well, it's playing against Alabama.
You're so stupid.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, sure. They're fucking each other. Yeah, Mitch.
I mean, no, it's really not doing anything.
Nice.
Oh.
Very nice.
But his internet is doing something.
Yeah, they got him.
Yeah.
God damn. Josh is not having an easy night. Well, I guess we'll just move on to the next thing. And this
I was trying to save it, but yeah.
Who's inbreeding? Wait, who's inbreeding with like what elites are inbreeding?
The royals.
Okay. And
yeah, he's saying like all the Bilderberg, New World Order, Freemason people just keep fucking each other, and they're trying to keep it in the bloodline. But isn't that like the story of history? Like they tried that and it didn't work, and so like it's just gonna repeat itself.
That's why they started marrying people into different royal families and shit like that too.
Was there any merit to what that high school, that like middle school project that one girl did, where she was like, "Hey, all the presidents are like related by blood," and then everyone was like, "Whoa, hey, whoa, you're not supposed to know that." Was that true or is that not true?
Depends. Do you believe in Jesus?
Yeah, Jesus was real.
Well, then we are all sons of Adam. We are all related.
Right? Yeah. Well.
There were presidents that were related.
Well, the way she put it was like a lot more. It was a lot more. Let me type that.
It was a lot more gooder. She said it.
We was kings.
She did a whole middle school project. Tim.
George
Fuck
Washington
you.
was a black man.
I'm no middle schooler. Are all of the
8th grade black girl know the truth? She woke. She knows that black man built the pyramids and were the Jews.
You good?
Yeah. No.
You good
What do
now?
you got? What do you got? What do you
Out
have?
of 46 presidents, 44 are related by blood. QAnon.com. Oh shit! Wait, hold on.
Wait, who are the two? I want to know who the two are.
Trump
and Obama.
And Trump again. No,
Oh,
I don't know. Can you tell me how they
that
are
would
related
be-
and who they are related by?
I'm gonna say they're all Jewish reptilians.
Wait, were
This
you being
is-
serious? Was it Trump and Trump again?
No, I'm just fucking around.
Because that would be QAnon's theory. They'd
Yeah.
be
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
everybody but Trump.
Well, that's why I said
And
Jewish
Trump again.
reptilians.
Yeah. I don't know. There was something to that. Like this girl had like a whole ass project out there. You know what I'm talking about, right? You've seen this
No.
before? No. All right. Now I'm gonna pull up the video, but go to Hulk Hogan real quick.
This
Well,
is going to segue. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna segue this, but
You don't have to do it. Just play the fucking video.
Just show it, Rich. Just show them.
There isn't really a video here. It's more to follow up to one of our stories we talked about before with Hooters going bankrupt. In comes a hero to save Hooters. Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer brand is trying to buy Hooters.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I am
This
a
is
fake
just like-
American, brother. First Hogan ruined wrestling, then Hogan ruined beer, and now Hogan looks to ruin Hooters. This is the only comment on this website. It is fucking gold. So good. Okay, anyway.
Oh man, yeah, no, it was also on Solomonster Sounds Off and a few of the other wrestling podcasts. I just thought it was easier to grab a website, a link. It unfortunately in wrestling journalism, you don't always get the best quality of websites.
Hulk Hogan or WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan is looking to bring an iconic American restaurant chain back to prominence through his company, Real American Brands. According to a new report from TMZ Sports, Hogan's company is preparing an all-cash bid to acquire the intellectual property branding of Hooters. The restaurant chain filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy March 2025. Move is said to be part of Hogan's broader mission to revive classic American brands that reflect freedom, grit, and good times.
Yeah. We're going to buy Hooters, brother. And then Red Lobster, you're next. And we're going to have Cheddar Bay biscuits at Hooters. It's going to be the most American thing, brother. And you can say the N word wherever you want. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be great. I trust Hulk Hogan more than I trust a lot of these other companies to bring back Hooters. At least he knows what it's about, dude.
Trust
Have you
is such
seen-
a strong word, Tim.
No, dude.
I don't trust Hulk Hogan with Hooters, okay?
Sure.
Dude, it's
Have you
tits
seen
and
Hulk
wings.
Hogan's wives? Look up his current wife and his ex-wife.
Such a delicate balance between tits and wings. It's a fragile ecosystem.
You go to
that is
Hooters
not to be
and you
fucked
say,
with.
I'll take the chicken breast without the chicken. I wonder how tired they are of hearing that. Okay. Okay, this is his. Oh, shit. Give me the video, the image I clicked on, not the video. All right, so this is Hogan and his wife and his daughter.
Yeah, Brooke's fine.
Look. Oh, let me get my mouse out. Look at that. Jesus.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me see. What's her name? Linda? Yeah, Linda Hogan. Let's see. Try to get some more of just Linda. I gotta go on Google. Brave images are not as good as Google images. Just
No.
putting it out there.
No, you always have to filter it. No, she has titties.
Oh, here, let me
Yeah,
share
cool.
this. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, I was trying to get anything a little. Is this? She's the same one from back then.
Wow.
Oh wait,
He's
wait.
He's a
Yeah, no,
faithful
she
man.
stuck around for a while because they had like a whole ass television show. That one in the American Bikini Top is pretty good. Up,
Hogan do his best.
up.
I know my job. I understand the mission. Okay.
That's what I'm
working on it.
saying, man.
I'm working on it.
If we're gonna trust anyone to save Hooters, I trust Hulk Hogan.
Well, I want to see the one in the American Bikini.
Oh, I can go back. Yeah. Share this tab instead. Where was it?
Robin
Oh, here.
Scout material.
Right there.
Oh, you're right.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, damn.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So anyway, we were just sitting here talking. What's up?
I am a real American.
Got the whole chat just touching their dicks right now.
We probably created inadvertent digital circle jerk.
P's in the chat if you're touching your peener right now.
All right, so American, he's
milk
gonna
a dry well.
he's gonna save Hooters. I have faith it's gonna work out.
Tim's with me. Now only if Josh were here. F in the chat for Josh.
Look, he's a Florida man. Okay, right? He's been there long. How long has he been in Florida? Forever, right?
He's been there. He's been here.
He's
a long
from
time.
here.
Yeah. Let me look. Where?
He's a real American.
Yeah. Where's Hulk Hogan from? AI mode. Give it to me. Terry Jean Bolea, 1153, Italian, Panamanian, Scottish, French descent. Blah blah blah. Where was he born? Hogan's family moved to Tampa when he was young. He grew up in Tampa. Where was he born? God damn it. Where was he born?
Why do I feel like this is one of those things that they've gone out of their way to hide?
He was born in Augusta, Georgia. Want.
Not America.
Nah, that's
Not
fake America. Communist Georgia.
Yeah, those. If those have got to be fake titties, but they do look good.
I mean, they could be fake as long as they are constructed well. The problem is when you get those fake titties that it's like the worst surgery scars ever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, the under the titties. Yeah,
like the very obvious scars. I'm not even talking about like the well hidden ones, like the ones that are just like fuck. Like, what discount Mexican surgeon did you go to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm just speechless.
Josh would be greatly appreciative. Once again, standing on my pedestal of building Josh a PC tower at $300 of your own cost just to get him to be streamable. I keep telling him, buy a real computer, dude.
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do.
And he's gonna sit here and go, Eve Moo's shit, Eve Moo's shit. And I'm like, yeah, Eve Moo is shit, but this time it's on you, bud. It's on you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of picked this story out as thinking Josh would be here so we could carry this one on, but unfortunately he isn't here and I still got some time to kill, so I guess we're going to dip a little bit into the cutting room floor of
I'll dip into those titties.
Wait, there's one more at that. Oh, you want to go cutting room floor before send off? Okay.
Yeah, the send off is.
I did send that video. I did send that video of the chick with the with the U.S. president's thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah.
right.
If you want to do that.
Yeah, pull it up. Why not?
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Linda. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Oh, I'm gonna miss those titties.
Yeah.
A seventh grader from Salinas who claims to have made a major discovery about President Obama. She and her grandfather say that President Obama is related to all but one U.S. president. We get more tonight from Action News reporter Felix Cortez, who's live in our Salinas newsroom.
Well, Dan, the youngster spent the summer, really all summer, tracing the family tree of our presidents. Her conclusion that all the presidents, with the exception of one, share the same grandfather.
What?
Well, first we start off with George Washington at the top. And then it goes to John Adams, Thomas Jefferson.
11-year-old Bridgeanne Dovigneau says she's made a first-of-its-kind discovery that President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they are all cousins, and they're grandsons of John Lackland.
Dovigneau says she spent countless hours on the internet over the summer researching the lineage of our presidents, a project that started with her trying to trace her own family tree.
George W. Bush. I'm joking, it can't be him.
To do all the presidents. I'm very glad.
There he is right there.
Done, and I think
President Washington was a black man.
The Monte Vista Christian seventh grader has written President Obama to tell him the presidents before him are his cousins. She hopes to present this family tree chart personally to the president. But Bridgeanne has...
of course, it would be a black president to find out they got cousins.
Her skeptics, including this reporter. Her biggest supporter and firm believer that Obama is a descendant of a former king of England is no doubt her mother.
If you have a child, and they 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 have a child.
This bitch is on cocaine. Get her the fuck off.
All she's saying is this guy is the great, 25th, 27th, depending on what line it is. He created all this family. So do I believe it? Yes. It's hard, but it's true.
Well, Mom said it. Hard to believe, but you got to give the little girl an A+ for at least trying to do that and trying to accomplish that feat.
Who is the one? I just want to know which one is not related.
By the way, Bridget has concluded she's the 11th cousin of President Obama. Dan, Aaron.
All right. Very good. Thank you for
She's like, President Obama's my cousin.
Fuck out
So
of
is this
comments are turned off. Come on.
What? Well, there's another video about it. I wonder if the comments are turned off there.
It just says except one. Who
I'm
is
gonna
the
guess
one?
the one is Gerald Ford.
According to the 7th grader, Martin Van Buren, 8th President of the United States, first U.S. president born in the U.S. Van Buren was a widowed farmer and tavern keeper from New York who helped form the Democratic Party. He served one term as president. His ancestry is Dutch. And according to the Salinas 7th grader, all of the other presidents are of English ancestry.
Okay, so Martin Van Buren, founder of the Democratic Party, is the only one not related. There you go. Thank you.
Shockingly, one of the only presidents.
Martin Van Buren.
Oh, yeah, no, Martin Van Buren's based.
Martin Van
The founder of the Democratic
Martin
Party.
Van Buren, yep.
They did hate
He was
black
a
back then.
Jacksonian Democrat who was all the good Jacksonian Democrat ideas minus the sending all them natives out west. We don't want any of them indigenous folks over here in the east. Mr. Van Buren wasn't for that.
Yeah, that girl
know,
better watch out, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that was a spot-on Martin Van Buren impression, Mitch.
I mean,
I'm not
considering
sure.
how people talk back then, I mean, we could try to get it closer to where they were based on how things were with Todd.
Just look at
I don't think you need to. I think you're spot on, dude. That's
Yeah, just look at
What
his,
are you talking about there, Mr. America? We got it pretty good going on. I mean,
Just
yeah,
get
keep
your-
in mind he was a tavern keeper.
Yeah, keep your jaw like that, and you'll sound just like him.
Yeah.
man, we're at there, driver, man.
You gotta talk like a
Not on
nutcracker.
this dog. Talk like a nutcracker, man.
I'm gonna run for president.
All right, but let's see. Where do you want to go?
I don't know, but funny thought.
I'm going to
with
this.
Martin Van Buren.
Okay. Yeah.
He threw such a fucking rager at the White House at his inauguration that people were passed out on the floor the next morning. So he threw a fucking hell of a party.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll watch this video of this dude freaking out in a Michigan court.
I've seen this
Have
judge
you
all
ever
over
heard a
the place.
court case like this?
That's another 3. That's another 93. That's another 93.
If you can believe it, it's just for a misdemeanor trespassing charge. This is Daryl Jarrell, the defendant, and this is Judge Cedric Simpson, who you may recognize from another of his court cases that went viral.
Anyone else surprised that Derek Jarrell is white?
Yeah, that was kind of
Yeah, that was threw me for a loop. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, I think Rob said it, but yeah, this guy's got a bunch of videos out. A lot of these are really good.
Yeah.
Mr. Harris, are you
Oh yeah, this is the one. Yeah.
driving? This is a driver while license suspended.
Recognized from another of his court cases that went viral.
Mr. Harris, are you driving? This is a driver while license suspended.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving.
Yeah, Judge Simpson can't quite catch a break, can he?
Oh,
He sets a court
they
date
got
in
me.
September for Jarrell, and apparently that was the last straw.
Is my this is you know what? You know, no. I'm gonna tell you what. You don't come here. You don't. Okay.
He was out of order in court, and you can't get away with just talking, especially the judge like that. That's ridiculous.
And he continued.
Wait, what?
They just found some
rolled
random
up some
guy.
dude on the gas station and say, "Hey, watch this video and react to it." He was
Yep.
like, "All right, I'm high as shit. Roll the shit."
Yeah.
Oh, you can't be acting like that. Not in court. Not
Not,
in court.
not with that judge. You seen him on the TikTok? Hell no.
Hauled Jarrell away.
That's another 93. That's 693s.
How do you think the
Jenkins
judge
is-
handled it?
Pretty good. I mean, hopefully he resents some of that time, but you read what you saw.
Judge Simpson quickly moves on to the next case, Keith Jenkins, who watched the entire debacle.
I just seen how you doing, Your Honor? How you doing, sir?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Kiss my ass. Go fuck yourself, Judge. I don't recognize your authority. This is not maritime proceeding. I'm out this bitch.
Man, how does it always go back to sovereign citizens?
Because I brought it there. I don't know.
I mean, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of cussing the judge. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but as far as entertainment purposes go, like, yeah,
Yeah, because you'd be disbarred.
yeah.
But-
No, I'm not gonna do it. But like the my client, I don't have to deal with him for 180 days now. That's
Yeah.
good.
What do you say? He got 690s?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah, that's over. That's over
540? Yeah,
That's
that's
trespassing.
that's crazy.
I mean, like, it's a funny video, but it's not as good as the guy who lunged at the judge.
Wouldn't that be cruel and like unusual punishment? Excessive a little?
I mean, it is I don't know. I am not a fan that judges can just be like, and that's another, and that's
Yeah.
another, and that's another. I don't
Trump
think
could have
that's
been a judge. Your sentence just got 10 years longer.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to jail now.
Yeah.
Right now.
No. But you guys remember the guy who like lunged at the judge, right? You don't
He
remember
would
that
have lunged
dude?
at me. He would have
The
been
dude who like he
punched
didn't
in the
like
face.
he didn't like the sentence he got, so he like gets up and he just jumps at the judge and tries to beat her ass.
Yeah, everyone remembers that. It went viral like in the beginning of 20. It was like the first week of 2025, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, here we go, 2025 to a jumping start."
To go from that to this, I'm kind of let down that it was just him cursing out the judge. You know what I mean? Like that one dude who jumped the bench to beat her ass. Like that guy was like next level hood.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe he said, "Oh hell no," and then that's what he said. Your Honor,
Jim, you
roll the
seriously
footage.
don't remember this?
No, I
My,
don't remember
you
this
got to yeah, you would remember it if you pulled it back up, and yeah. All right, what is this?
Starbucks employees going on strike because they don't like that their company is telling them to wear a dress code.
And you would think, like, what are they putting them in bikinis or something? No, it's like I should probably say it. In
Just
this.
like
Yeah.
khaki pants or some shit.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
they have communist barista shirts. That's nice.
Oh yeah, that's their
Yeah,
union,
yeah,
dude. That's their union. What are you talking about?
name's Ash Haldeman. I've been a barista at the Lincoln Highway Starbucks here for a little over 3 years. We're out on strike today because Starbucks is trying to implement a new dress code. No one ever asked for a new dress code. They updated a dress code recently and it made it looser where we could wear colors and patterns. And now they're deciding that we can only wear black. It's very restrictive. Most of us had to buy new clothes and we can't. We can't afford it. We barely make enough
Jesus.
money to pay our bills. And also on top of that, they keep trying to make all these changes in union stores, and it's illegal. They're not allowed to make these changes without bargaining with us and voting on this. So it's just incredibly alarming and upsetting that Starbucks is continuing to do illegal things to our union stores.
Illegal.
And so we're out.
Yeah,
It's illegal. You can't tell me what to
It's
wear.
alarming to me that this fat chick with a mask on in 2025 thinks she has any say in what she should be allowed to wear at her work. Anyway,
She looks like yeah, she looks like instead of drinking the coffee at work, she's just drinking all the milk.
Just spoonfuls of sugar
These
constantly.
people, dude.
Hey, we know you're out of cake pops again. Stop
Yeah.
eating all the cake pops.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't have any more birthday cake flavor?
Yeah. Now, this is a client that can't jump at the judge. She can't jump at all, actually. with her
there's
fat ass.
more.
Yeah,
With her
no,
fat
there's
ass.
more. Trust me, the picketing.
We got to get on our commie account and start like saying shit for them.
Yeah, the 5150.
Start
Yeah.
supporting them.
50.
Yeah.
Ho ho! Dress code has got to go! Hey hey!
Hey, hey.
Ho
Ho, ho.
Dress
My big
code
penis has got to go. Hey, hey.
Ho
You know what I bet happened, and I just thought of it when this person right here.
None of
went
them look
by.
fuckable.
Oh my god.
So I think what's happening here, right? Because they said before that the dress code was updated, and they were allowed to wear colors. So I bet you these fucking rainbow people showed up, and they started like flaunting their tranny flags and their gay pride
Too many
bullshit.
colors. Too many colors.
Yep, and people were like, "I'm uncomfortable going to this store now. I don't want to see this shit. I'm just trying to get a cup of coffee. I don't need to hear all this crap." And then Starbucks was like, "You know what? Fair enough. It should be a professional environment. You should just wear a black shirt and some khakis and make the bitches coffee."
Yeah.
No, you're stealing me. You're trying to erase me from society. I want to be visible, man. I hate these people.
Yeah, why is the only job they can do is barista?
Because they suck.
It's like a it's like a thing. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Like work construction or something. You're a man, you got muscles.
You know how like there's ethnic stereotypes with work, like Koreans are good at tailors and Puerto Ricans are good at being barbers. I'm wondering
Trannies
if
are good at making coffee. Is that what you're saying?
there might be something to that. Yeah, you know, like I'm not saying they're good at it. I'm just saying that they're more ethnically and genetically predisposed to get into this line of work.
This has got to be bigger city shit. Like I don't know, the Starbucks by me is doing fine. They got a hot blonde chick working there.
Yeah, one's by me.
Because they
and
were
one
like,
too.
cool, black shirt. I don't have to pick out what I wear today.
Yeah.
Like,
And then there's a blue-haired girl, but you know what? It's Starbucks. I know there's going to be a blue-haired girl in there somewhere. I put up with it. I get some coffee.
You guys might not be able to see this on your screen, but her shirt does say "Be gay and organize." It's like this is your entire identity. I hate these people.
But you know what? You know what's crazy is I don't know how or what groups they do it through or who's paying who maybe, but they do organize a whole lot better than Republicans do or a whole lot better than libertarians. Obviously, libertarians barely organize. The only people who organize are involved in the party. But like
That's why, because
They
look,
do.
the similarity is right there. They have no life. This is their life. This is what they do. They go to
Right.
work, they complain about how much their job sucks, and then they go home and talk about how they're going to organize to make their job suck a little bit less.
Right, but they got to do something else. They got a video game or, have a pet or something. I don't. What is the key?
You know what they do?
Organizing like this?
Getting on Grindr and talking to Alex Rosen.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what they do
That
when
is-
they're not
that is true.
organizing.
That is true. And if that is true in the way I'm thinking it's true, that's
Yeah.
the best segues of all time on this show. And they're not even organized. Like 7 of them.
Rob thought I had another pedophile video ready, but I don't. No.
Oh, because I saw Alex Rosen. I saw
I was
Alex
trying
Rosen
to-
got arrested. He got arrested by Kansas
Oh,
PD.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something.
let's go.
I don't know.
Who got arrested?
Alex Rosen, and he went on the Twins podcast recently. I think after he bonded out, but yeah, they arrested him for doing some of his pedophile catching. There you go.
Huh.
Is that a black Alex Rosen and his
This is his
that
profile.
is Black Alex Rosen.
This is his profile picture. Yeah, this is what he does. I thought you followed this guy.
I do follow,
I
do follow
mean,
this guy.
he can use the N word because Alex Rosen is black.
I'm trying to see where's the one where he got arrested.
It was like last
Oh, this
week,
is
I think.
him confronting them. Oh, I did not know. This
Oh
was
fuck!
what happened.
Yeah,
Oh,
big
shit.
segue. Big
Relevant.
segue energy.
Yeah.
We just demand that Starbucks follow the law. They don't have the right to overthrow the National Labor Relations Act. They're imperiling every civil right that we have.
Another queer
not
dude.
just but not just as workers, as union workers, but that's the framework that all of our rights are under. So all of our rights are in danger, and the only thing we can rely on is each other and taking direct action in solidarity.
Perfect. Colin?
Exactly what Jacob said.
Perfect.
They're all gay.
Dude, none of them can lift. Like, for God's sakes, look at that dude's arms.
They're all gay. Help. Well, yeah, let's see what he's saying.
going on?
People are inside that facility.
And they're MS-13 members, they're child
it's immigration.
traffickers, they're drug traffickers, they're bringing drugs into this country.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
It's
just
just yeah.
two females screaming at each other.
This is what they're doing when they're not organizing, okay? They're texting Alex Rosen. This is what I was saying.
I can't believe they caught Michael Heiss like that. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, that's Jessica, by the way. There you go. Protect kids from transgenderism, huh? Then how come your state let Jessica walk free time after time? And we finally exposed what's happening. Yeah.
Jessica. I call her Jessica.
Yeah. Former sex offender. I don't know who this is. I wanted to see the one where he got arrested, though. Yeah, that's him lifting, I'm sure. Yeah. When did he get arrested? That's what I was trying to find.
It was like last week.
That boy took an 11-hour Uber ride to meet a young girl.
Oh my god, that was all his bail money. What are you doing, buddy?
That was it, dude.
He had a Wyoming shirt on, so I wonder.
Him. That's
he
Wyoming.
Looks like
You know,
looks like Sacha Baron Cohen a little bit from The Dictator.
sometimes they look exactly like how you'd expect them to look.
Right.
I've seen this. You've seen
Now
this?
we're just
This is
reacting to Alex Rosen's Twitter, which is also equally as good as.
This is so good, though.
Do dog, nigga. Gon' beach, nigga. That's what you gon' do, dog. Yeah, nigga. That's what you gon' do, dog, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. Ha ha ha. What's poppin', girl? Hey, y'all right, man? Come here, though. Sound off, then. What, nigga? Don't worry about my bitch, boy. Nigga. Don't worry about my kids and my daughter, nigga.
That's what everybody on Grand Theft Auto talks like. All of them.
That's not wrong. That's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Well, we're coming up on the hour here, so
Okay. Yeah.
I was just trying to find where he got arrested, but yeah.
No. We'll try and figure this out and finish it off in the after show, I guess. But
Speaking of little
wow.
ends,
What?
I was going to help you segue.
Yeah, no. I have one more final one to send us off with here tonight. A big sort of a moment of zen, I guess we'll call it, when Donald Trump finally said the N-word.
Next one's going to be, you know what? The N-word. You know what the N-word is, right?
Nuclear.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
I figured you'd want to clean that up. No, it's the N-word. That's a very nasty word, right? In a lot of ways. The N-word used in a nuclear sense, that's the worst thing that can happen.
What the fuck just happened?
Donald Trump said the N-word.
Put him on the spot.
The fuck was that? What did I just watch?
Donald Trump saying the N-word. What do you want me to tell you?
I don't know. I thought it was going to be something much more spectacular than that.
He said nuclear, the N-word.
Yeah.
Mitch, you're gonna have a great time being an old person because you enjoy old people jokes.
Yeah, like the N-word.
That was like my granddad joke.
On that note, Rob, did you know that meerkats are more than just meerkats?
I hate you so much.
It's terrible. You should kill yourself.
All right, here. I got a funny video for us.
Old
to
palate
end with.
cleanser here.
Yeah.
Don't do it, lady. Don't do it. Oh, do it.
Oh, no.
Watch this.
Yep.
Dude, he's going to bury her with cement shoes, dude. Fuck around, man. Find out. All right. Anyway, we'll end it there. Come hang out in the lobby, in the lounge. We're going to chill, do that. We got another show on Thursday. We're racing to 150. We'll be there soon. And then that'll be at LPF, and then we'll go back to regular weekly shows. You guys want to plug anything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, come to Clearwater if you're near Tampa, in the Tampa area. I'm doing the Dirty Show at Clearwater Comedy Club, and then I'll be at LPF, just LPF Con, and then next week, Ocean Springs, Mississippi for the Roast on the Coast. Roasting on the coast.
Nice.
Yep, I got nothing other than come check us out at LPF Con. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Yeah, and get you some pelts. See y'all there.
Bye.